Coherence breathing, your everyday breath. Coherence breathing, your everyday breath. Coherence breathing, your everyday breath. In this video, we're beginning with the baseline breath, the foundation of breathing. This isn't just a breath you sit down and practice during a session. This is a breath you weave into everyday life. It's your harmonizing point, the middle ground, mosquito, the middle ground of the entire spectrum of breathing techniques. How are you now? Yeah. So, why this breath matters? Coherent breathing is based on the principle of coherence breathing. Apologies. Coherence breathing is based on the principle of coherent breathing, also known as resonant or frequency breathing. This is a breath rate that brings your body and your nervous system into a harmonized state. When we breathe at this rhythm, because that's what most breathwork is, all of breathwork is finding the rhythm and patterns that actually suit your body and your nervous system better or best over time. So when we breathe at this rhythm, several things start to happen. The mind can slow down, the body becomes more grounded, the heart and the breath fall into coherence, into sync, and the system naturally shifts towards balance. This becomes a central, neutral place you can return to whenever you want, whether you're preparing for something deeper or simply just to reconnect with yourself throughout the day. Coherence breathing. Aye. So, question. How to practice coherence breathing? Breath is simple, it's gentle, and it's circular. So, nothing's forced, nothing dramatic, just a smooth inhale and a smooth exhale. The rhythm goes like 5.5 to 6 seconds in, 5.5 to 6 seconds out. Keep the inhale and the exhale the same length. This isn't about being perfect, just make the effort to keep them in around the same length. Stay relaxed, steady and soft, and this will work out around 5.5 breaths to 6 breaths per minute. We're not concerned about exact numbers here, it's more about the feelings and the function than the precise data. Let the breath feel smooth, even and continuous. And how you know? So, when to use it? Anytime, really. Anytime you want to get into the present moment, coherence breathing is key. Pretty much. But when you want to ground yourself, when your mind feels scattered and you just want to bring a sense of calmness, it's effort. You know, it's not magic. Technically, it is magic. There's 2 mosquitoes. Woo! Technically, it is magic, but it's not magic. It's not a magic pill. It's not something that just happens easily. It can do. Sometimes, because life and our mind are complicated, and we make it complicated, it can be hard to just naturally happen. But it can naturally happen. So, back to where I was going. Before a breathwork session, to get yourself into a harmonized state. During the breathwork session, when you're like on a journey of activation, harmonizing, and relaxation, there are 3 levels of where you can go with breathwork. After the breathwork session, to actually integrate, the release to whatever experience you've experienced in that session. And during the day, just to maintain balance. Anytime you want to return back to self. And the aim, the long-term goal really, with this breath, with coherence breathing, is actually to retrain your nervous system, your autonomic nervous system, your automatic, which your breath is a part of, which I will do a video more on autonomic nervous system and breathing, but for now, it's about the coherence breathing is about retraining our autonomic nervous system to have longer, slower, steadier breathing as a natural just baseline. So it's not about being perfect, it's not about getting it right, it's not about this is how it has to be. It's more so just making the effort to come back to yourself in 5 or 6 seconds, in 5 or 6 breaths, over the space of 2 or 3 minutes. If you've got 10, wonderful. But take that time for yourself, because you deserve it. Ah, hello. Nice to see you again. Welcome back. So let's talk a bit about the science behind the 5.5 to 6 seconds. So for those that don't know, I didn't know, your breath on the in-breath, your heartbeats actually are faster than when you exhale. So that's later on in another video we'll talk about a slow breath in and a really long slow breath out. So as I said, this one's about harmonizing. But then you've also got a deep relaxation. But the 5.5 to the 6. So the primary benefit of it is actually to regulate the autonomic nervous system, which I've mentioned already a little bit. How it does that is by harmonizing your heartbeat, by bringing your heart, as I said, you breathe in, your heartbeat actually breathes a little bit faster, and on the out breath a little bit slower. So this is the long-term goal of coherence breathing, is to harmonize yourself in a general perspective. This isn't about just sitting down, doing a breathwork session in the morning, in the evening, or whenever you may have the time. This is about driving to work, standing in the queue waiting for something, being in work on your computer, wherever, however it may be, to just come into coherence by just in for 6, out for 6, in for 6, out for 6. And that boosts your autonomic nervous system into the parasympathetic, the rest and digest. So that's where, in its name, rest and digest. It's where you're most relaxed. Yes, with breathwork, you can go more relaxed. You can go into a deep state of meditation. But this is about everyday application. And so it does this through heart variability, HRV. It synchronizes the rhythm in a natural vibration between the heartbeats. It is a key indicator of a better stress resilience and being able to just have an overall good heart health. So it also can stimulate the vagus nerve, which are the 2 vagus nerves, which are big part of the nervous system. But yeah, so as I said, this is it's about signaling. For anyone that doesn't know, I struggle with words sometimes. So it's the fastest way to send a signal to your brain to lower stress and improve mental focus. So this is the take and the tins of coherence breathing. And I want to thank you for watching, for being a part of it, and at any point, drop me a comment, subscribe. I like it, be nice. But yeah, let's leave it at that. How about that?